All right, thank you guys. Just real quick, today's lines and odds have been taken from the Fox Bet Sportsbook. And with that, we're going to start with Bank of Taiwan taking on Juntai Technology, 4 a.m. Eastern tip-off. Either a late or early day for you, depending on where you live. But anyway, Bank is minus 5.5 with a total at 185 and a hook. And if you like Juntai, they are currently plus 163 for some money line cash. And speaking of Juntai, they've currently won 3 out of their last 4 contests, with marquee wins over the likes of the Dinos and Taipei during that stretch. Juntai is really lighting up the scoreboard as of late, averaging 96 points per game in their last 3 victories. Taiwan Bank, on the other side, has dropped 2 out of their last 3 and dropped to second to last place in the standings in the SBL. In addition to winning just 3 out of their last 7, Bank has suffered losses to the likes of the Dinos, Beer, and Taipei during that stretch. Now, total-wise, Bank's last 6 straight games all stayed under that total of 185 and a hook. They're also averaging just 79 points per game in their last 3. Meanwhile, 2 out of Juntai's last 3 stayed under that number as well. Looks like a pretty good spot for underdog backers. I'm going to lean toward Tech catching the points. Give me Juntai Technology plus 5.5 and the under 185 and a hook in that game. And before we go ahead and move on and handicap that next and final game for the show, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's SBL Chinese Taipei Basketball League action. Happy, I'm recording this on Saturday, so happy Saturday to you, although when you're watching it, it could be Sunday. So anyway, happy Saturday or Sunday to you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. But anyway, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/Brock page, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We currently have well over 650 members currently signed up and active on that page. Now you might be wondering, why would all those folks sign up to receive Patreon picks, pay for picks, where they can get them for free right here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great thought, a great consideration. But there is a big problem with me handicapping every single game on the board side in total. And the problem is this: if you were to bet every single game on the board that I put out here on YouTube side in total, you are certainly not guaranteeing yourself success. As a matter of fact, if you're going to go ahead and bet every single game that's on the slate here with your hard-earned money, it's a recipe for disaster. It's not a winning formula for success. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. They have a lot more money than you and I do combined to be able to absorb that kind of action. And most important, the math becomes aggressively against you the more and more games you play like that. So what I do on Patreon for you is this: I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down and focus in on just 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much: my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game that's on the board side in total. And the good news is this: if you want to check out my current Patreon record, you can actually do that right now for free. It's currently located on the homepage. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. We also have a link in the comment section below as well. And once again, that is patreon.com/Brock page. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and handicap this next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be the Yulon Lujian Dinos taking on Taiwan Beer, 6 a.m. Eastern tip-off. Beer is the 2.5-point favorite. Totals 165 and a hook. And if you like the underdogs in an upset, the Dinos are currently plus $1.20 on the money line. And speaking of the Dinos, they've currently struggled as of recent weeks, dropping 4 out of their last 5 contests. Even worse, 3 out of those 4 losses were humiliating double-digit defeats, including a 27-point drubbing at the hands of Taipei. The Dinos are giving up 101 points per contest on average in their last 3 losses. Taiwan Beer, on the other side, is red hot right now atop the SBL standings in first place. Beer's won their last 4 straight with double-digit victories in 3 out of their last 5 wins. They've garnered themselves marquee victories over the likes of Taipei, Juntai, and Bank within their last 4. They're also holding their opponents to just 70 points per contest on average in their last 4 as well. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Beer's last 4 games stayed well under 165.5 total points. Beer should be able to control this one. I'm going to lean toward Taiwan Beer, minus 2.5, and the under 165 and a hook in that contest. And let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to Zymer Tracks, Black Rogue, James Medina, Jason Robinson. Also got to give a shout out to Jay Stacks, Jason Hill, and Ryan Schumann from South Africa. We also want to give a shout out to Randy Patel, Godson, Browns 2220, John Plumley, Brent Hall, Roy Munson, Griff HD, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to Terry the 10th. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.